The voice of the customer is acquire, business2community.com. Planning season is well upon us, and I'll bet there are more than a few leadership teams hoping to find a voice of the customer (VOC) program under the budget tree for next year. What's not to like? VOC programs drive more sales, reduce service escalations, improve user experiences, and have us sprinkling delight and enchantment across the land. Okay, so VOC is a big advantage, but the last time I looked around most non-retail workplaces, the hardest thing to find was an actual customer. Probably this is because it's illegal and ethically questionable to keep customers locked up for any length of time, and so their voice needs to come through other conduits. Sales will almost always step up as the voice of all things customer, but the voices they're hearing are often the ones in their heads, related to what it will take to make quota that month. Your sales squirrels will go on and on about how customers want this one thing that the product team hasn't yet added, carefully omitting the many things in the product that customers also want. Once added, oddly, customers will not care anymore, and your sales team will say the VOC is about price or some other thing. Let's move down the hall and see what the customer service people are hearing. After all, who spends more time listening to customers than the service and support people? They will tell you all about the VOC. Apparently, none of your products work, your billing is inaccurate, your instructions are unintelligible, your shipping is slow, and your website sucks. All of which may be entirely true, but customers are somehow still giving you money and phoning you up to talk about the experience. The insights from your customer service teams are incredibly valuable and speak volumes about what is going wrong. It's a little less helpful in terms of understanding what is going right, or what is going okay enough that it's not worth a phone call, or what is so tragically wrong your customer has stopped speaking to you and is working on finding a replacement. And of course, the product management group has Six Sigma'd the heck out of the VOC, which means all they've really done is ask about a tiny set of possible product features as part of their agile sensing so they can get to the next build sprint. Moving on, the marketing department, which usually seems to get stuck with owning the VOC, is even more removed from actual customers. Marketers are secretly a bit terrified of them, truth be told. Customers have this habit of expressing themselves in ways that don't turn into the hoped-for testimonials, big net promoter scores and case studies, but instead require a lot of apologizing and escalating. Marketers charged with owning the VOC will generally start by pushing the shiny red research button. They will correctly note that sales and service feedback is selective, based on a single-digit sample size, and focused on a particular transaction versus the whole experience enchilada. Nothing corrects for small samples better than a big old research project. Marketing will bring that aggregated quantitative bundle of joy known as the customer feedback survey to the table. It will have all kinds of data points and, done well, can spin off dozens of doomed initiatives to address the things that are probably unaddressable since you didn't bother addressing them already. But the sales and service teams will counter with the fair observation that the numbers don't really speak to the actual experience your customers are having and may miss the nuanced bits where competitors are ready to pounce. Is that a focus group I smell? Customer focus groups are a fantastic way to tease out all that qualitative goodness the big old quant study just can't deliver. And here we have it. At last. Real customers with real voices in an overlit room, being observed by the sales, service and marketing people who are eating bad Thai food behind the glass waiting for the VOC to come loud and clear through the speakers. We all know that focus groups, even the most exquisitely moderated ones, are drilling down on a very small number of elements and will, at best, be directional for specific things like product design, branding, customer service expectations and so on. So it's a voice, but not really the full VOC, unless you're able to do lots and lots of them.